What's up, Atlanta Fringe? I'm Eli. We're here at Do You Validate Studios, and I'm here today with Cynthia Millhorn about her show, Botticelli Babes.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. We're super excited to have you at Fringe this year. Back again. You had a show at Fringe last year as well.
I did,
Yeah.
yes. Last year was my first experience with any Fringe,
Yeah.
and that was a one-woman show where I deconstructed Grimm's fairy tales to amplify the female voice.
Wow.
And so this is my second experience with Atlanta Fringe and my third Fringe experience because this show was in the Asheville Fringe back in March.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about what the audience can expect when they sit down for your show.
Okay, well, our duo is called Botticelli Babes, and basically what we do is examine infamous female figures from history.
Sure.
So Cassidy and I are both storytellers. We're both, I would say, burgeoning historians. We're definitely history buffs.
Yeah.
And as we graduated from a storytelling program, we were like, we just feel like we feel kind of flattened, like there is nothing going on that really represents what we want to do. And we just spent so much of our individual time researching different aspects of female history that we were like, wait a minute, we could actually take this, turn it into a entertaining educational experience. And so Botticelli Babes is really like a slumber party with some of your favorite best girlfriends and then some women from history that you might like to learn a little bit more about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give us an idea of some of the characters we might bump into in your show?
Yeah, so I can tell you that for this show, we will actually be examining Cleopatra and Lady Elizabeth Bathory, rumored to be the most notorious female serial killer of all time.
Yes. Okay.
So, like some controversial topics.
Yeah.
And we really look at these women and look at the records to say, wait a minute, what are the stereotypes? What are the rumors, but what is their actual evidence for? And it's really amazing how much of women's history is right there, but it's just been overlooked. So just as much is there as there is often found about their male counterparts, it just hasn't been showcased or highlighted.
So we're seeing your show, we're learning, but we're being entertained, we're laughing.
It's fun. You're going to forget that you're learning.
Okay.
So there's humor all throughout.
Yeah.
We definitely deal with some serious, mature topics,
Sure.
but we're inviting you basically into our living room for a sleepover, and we have some treats for the audience always.
Okay.
And there's also some audience participation, but it's definitely challenged by choice.
Okay.
So
Okay.
not everybody
Not dragging anybody up on
no,
stage.
but if
Yeah.
someone wants to get on stage, there are a couple of opportunities
Oh, excellent.
for people.
Okay, very cool. Tell us a little bit about what you've learned in this process as you've sort of developed this show.
Okay, well, I can tell you that one reason I like creating my own shows is because as an actor and a writer and an improviser, it's like a perfect way to be able to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
And you often find out that, wow, other people wanted to know this or were having these thoughts. So I've learned a lot about how to serve the audience because it's not just about performing, which I love doing, but you really want to have this gift that you give to the audience. You want them to be satisfied and have a good time. And so learned a lot about how to cater to the audience because we're here to serve. That's kind of like what our motto is.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just fun. Every audience is different.
Yeah.
And I've learned that it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
That's so great. And so you're getting the energy in the room is affecting the show to some degree
yeah.
as well, too, right?
Yeah.
So kind of every show is different?
Every show is different. And so what I will tell you is there's definitely a script or a framework and there are beats that we hit, but we immerse ourselves so much in the history of these characters because we don't just talk about them, we become them.
Yeah.
So we have it in our bones, like it's the information is there, but there is a lot of improvisation that happens.
Yeah.
So every show definitely is different.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Maybe this is a spoiler, but can you tell us something shocking you've learned about these historical figures during the process of making the show that maybe you didn't know when you started?
Yes. So I will say that with Cleopatra, everybody's like, oh, she's this, seductress and she just was consumed with her love life. But if you look at history, the way that we view her is very much through the Roman gaze because we're Western civilization, right? Kind of we're evolving, but we're neglecting the fact that the Romans were rather misogynistic and the Egyptians viewed her very differently. As a scientist and a diplomat. We say that she is definitely bringing the double D's, diplomacy and debate. So Yeah.
I just laughed while I was learning. I didn't realize I was
Right,
learning something.
see?
That's perfect. That's awesome.
Exactly.
All right, Cynthia. Well, can you tell the Fringers where and when they can see your show?
Yes, Metropolitan Studios. We will be there on Thursday at 7 o'clock,
Okay.
Friday at 10 o'clock. So that show should be especially interesting.
Right.
Saturday at 5:30, and Sunday you have one more chance at 1 o'clock.
That's fantastic. So Cynthia Millhorn, Botticelli Babes, check them out this weekend at the Atlanta Fringe Festival.
Yeah,
Thanks so much
and
for coming.
I just want to say thank you real quick because
Yeah.
I lived in Atlanta for a very long time. I've been away at school, but I love this city and I love this Fringe Festival.
Oh, we're so glad to have you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Cynthia. Bye-bye.